Hello. I was actually going to scratch my cheek and it started, even though I had start, so I knew it was starting, and I was like, strike a pose. So, lots, I was gonna say lots going on tonight, but it's really not a lot going on tonight. I was doing personal readings, I had everything set up. It's very wintry weather outside, so I thought perfect time to stream. Few activities lined up for us tonight. I'm joking again. It's really not much going on. I do have to roll the ads, so let's just get that out of the way. We have 3 minutes. Make use of it. Text your friends. Grab a snack. Make yourself a coffee. Whatever it is, do it. You got 3 minutes. We'll be right Okay, and we are. So, what's up? I was hoping someone would be around to talk to me. Of course, I appreciate the lurkers, and as I always say, um, you know, I'm the only one who agreed to talk tonight when I do my streaming. So no one is obligated. Absolutely, totally fine. But there was just something I wanted to do that I needed feedback for. If anybody out there, you know what's crazy? It literally jumped to 5 viewers at 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Gotta love it. We love angel numbers. Um, anyone? No, we're gonna be quiet. We'll do some tarot tonight if y'all are interested in some tarot. But again, there was something I wanted to do, and I also was wondering how the sound is right now, because I am fairly far away from the laptop and I'm using the internal microphone. Hey, first time chatter. Oh wait, that's my Danny. That's my Danny. Okay. Sound is okay. Cool. Thank you. Also, if I don't think anybody was here in the beginning is here. Sylvie, that's a name I haven't seen in literally years. Oh my god. Hey. Hey. Okay, my friend's name. I literally just told someone like you should make a Twitch account and come to my stream because I don't know if my friends are gonna come. Because my usual friends that come, I think they're sleeping. It's late. I get it. But then my friend came anyway. Okay, so under my OGs, look what I found. I don't know if you actually remember this, but it's my anime lamp. I don't know if it's because I had a higher quality webcam or because the webcam was at a further distance, but this low key looks like shit on screen. And I think it is some colors. Oh my god. Cass, we were literally talking about you the other night. Maybe, I can't remember if it was on stream or not, but I said something about Dink. We made I don't remember what happened. I'm so excited. I almost messaged you. It's like, hey, I started streaming again. Yeah, I can't remember if it was a conversation that I had with Crash. He used to go by Polaroid Boy. I don't know if you remember who I'm talking about, because we talk sometimes. So I don't remember if it was a conversation I was having with him or if it was on stream. But yes, you came up because I was like, yeah, I have my peoples. I miss my peoples. Yeah, so I found this today in a box. But like I said, it kind of looks like shit on screen. And I think it's like some colors look better than other colors. But I did think that it looked pretty good directly off screen. That's how I had the lighting that I have is my ring light is on this side. And then this is on this side. So I'm getting like a nice evening light. I was saying evening as in like it's evening, but also evening, right? It's like mood lighting while getting some color flow in there as well. We rearranged this room, so I'm streaming here again. The background isn't too great. You can see we got like a computer that I honestly wish so bad that I could use that computer to stream, but it doesn't have a built-in webcam. So I don't know if it has microphone capabilities. And I don't know if my webcam works. Oh, hell yeah. I got a lava lamp in my room. I love lava lamps. I actually had it on today, but I turned it off because I knew it was going to be in there for a while. I got my mushroom coffee, mug reveal. Yeah, get real. It's tough. Love that mug. It was a gift. I like to try to match everything to my outfits. Accessories, jewelry, you know, mugs included. And you can't really tell because sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, I don't see these colors that I was seeing 5 minutes ago when I got dressed. But if I look down, I can see like a burgundy red in this vest. Also, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I have mentioned like gaining some weight over the years, like because I didn't stream for a long time, and I feel like I would stream once in a while, and the most noticeable thing was my hair growing out. This is 2 years of growth, by the way. That's insane. Insane. 2 years of growth. Okay? I always believed this myth that my hair grew slowly. No, girl. 2 years, and I have longer hair than before I shaved my head. So I'll take it. It makes me want to shave my head again. Not right now. Maybe in a few years or something. But just the grow out process, there was so many granny cuts, and there's nothing you can do really about it. There's some things that maybe I would do different. I think I would rather have like a full pixie mullet type bang, short bang situation than the weird like it wasn't a bowl cut because I had like too much volume and it wasn't like cut straight across, but it was basically a bowl cut where we let my hair just grow all at one length for a really long time. Really long time. And that made me look like a grandma. So I do feel like the hair was the most noticeable thing. But I also am really only waist up for the most part on the stream. So nobody really can tell or notice that I've gained weight on the internet unless I post a full body picture, which I don't do on Twitch. But I haven't worn this shirt since probably fall last year because it's like, I'm not wearing that in the middle of summer or anything. And I haven't worn this vest since I'm probably the last time I wore it was like the last time I made Zodiac YouTube videos, which was like 2 years ago, like long time ago. And they're both pretty much too small. This is riding up, and you can see, you can't really see, but the part where the fabric overlaps when you button it is coming apart, and it just sits up here instead of here. And the vest, they both used to be pretty big, but the vest used to be so big on me that I could wear anything under it and still button this vest. Now, can't get past these titties. Don't think so. Don't think so. Nope, vest no longer buttons. So, it's crazy. If anyone doesn't believe, oh, you look good, I know I look good, bitch. I've never said I didn't look good. Never once did I say I didn't look good. It's just every day is a new experience, right? Where it's like, whoa, I haven't tried this on in a while. So it's kind of funny. But seriously, I can't remember if this was like in a real life conversation I was having. I feel like I was on the phone, not on streaming. But maybe we talked about this on stream the other night. I don't know. But basically, in a world of heroin chic, ED, anorexia type aesthetics, I'm happy to be a 200-pound bitch. I just don't care. I don't care. Probably more than that, actually. I just don't obsessively weigh myself because I don't really give a shit. I'll jump on a scale when I see one, but I day to day, don't care. I'm happy to have the thickness. And if they are planning to starve us all by making groceries completely unaffordable and jobs not pay enough and cutting SNAP, bridge, food stamps, right? Then they gotta have a little extra to get me through winter, don't you think? So sue me. I really don't care. And it's honestly funny I'm not sure anybody really gives a shit about this conversation. Seems like a few people left because they don't. But it's funny to me how I feel like body dysmorphia is kind of hilarious. What's up, Don? What up? What's happening? Nothing. Just chatting. I was talking about my clothes not fitting. Got my Hosoka lamp back. I found it in a box today, or yesterday, I should say. It just looks like shit on screen, as you saw. So I don't know if you like anime or you remember that I used to have that at like my setup like 4 houses ago. Thank you. This vest doesn't fit, but that's nice. Still think it looks nice, right? Like I don't care. I like it. And I feel like I don't give this hat enough love. I'm not gonna lie, it's not really a winter hat because it's so thin, and it does sit in the back, and it's not like covering my whole head. But I mean, this is the part of your head that you need to keep warm anyway, right? So it's definitely better than no hat, but I should have been wearing it a little more when the weather was like cooling down from summer, but not ramped up into winter. Right? Like, there was definitely a great period of time to wear this hat, and winter isn't really it. So, I do think I was making a different point. Oh, body dysmorphia. Okay. It's crazy because when I was in high school, I felt huge, but I only weighed like 160 maybe, right? Which is solid 50 pounds less than I weigh now. And I thought I was so fat. But also, high schoolers are fucking brutal and ruthless. And we had the internet, and we had like MySpace. And while I was in high school, Facebook came out. But we did not have the internet like y'all have the internet. Wait, Danny Phantom. This is a different Danny. We got 2 Dannys on the stream. It is a fall hat. So I thought it was so huge, and da-da-da. And then I did, I got fucked up. I didn't take care of myself. I didn't eat even 1 meal a day type shit for those early teen years, and lost like all the weight. And then put a little bit back on, but then, I went through a lot, and then I went through some trauma, and it's like, just things that make you lose your appetite, right? And so I know when I was like skinny, but then I would gain the weight back, and I'd be like, okay, I'm like 140, that's totally normal. But then a few years ago, and I am talking about when I was streaming, right? So, it's not something I need to address, but like I said, you guys can't tell like my size from me sitting in front of you, right? Except maybe you. Right? Certified Vernon moment, if y'all haven't really seen You're the Worst, but a few years ago, I felt like I gained the weight. It's normal. This is my size. I'm slim thick. I still have an ass. I got big thighs. I have tits. Right? When in reality, I was getting into my fucked up weight without realizing it, because again, I've never been like a scale everyday type person. So I had body dysmorphia in the sense that I thought I was bigger than I really was, right? And it wasn't even, I've never really felt all that negatively about my body since high school. It is what it is. I could not care. Yeah, I mean, we can just see it, right? Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. The lighting isn't good, and that's the thing when I stream, the lighting, it's always dark, and the shirt isn't super form fitting, and I also think it's funny. So, um, there's just certain things, but I never felt negatively about my body since high school, where I was self conscious, and that's because it's high school and everyone is self conscious, right? Same middle school, same, but I was not, you know? So once I turned 18, graduated high school, lost a bunch of weight, I didn't care when I would gain weight, and it didn't bother me, and it was totally fine. But I was always under the impression that I was like as big as I was in high school, and I wasn't. I was like 30 pounds less. So now, my day to day, I don't realize how big I am a lot of the time. Or it was kind of like a very quick weight gain where I gained a few pounds in a year. But then, like this year, I gained probably 50 pounds in this year. Maybe 40. But like a lot of my weight gain, I'm up almost 100 pounds, and most of it was this year. Okay, I'm exaggerating. I'm not up 100, but close. I think I've gained like 80 pounds. So yeah, I probably gained 50 pounds this year. I gained 30 gradually over a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. Not 2 years, but wait, year and a half, and then gained most of the weight in a matter of like, I don't know, 8 months. Who's counting? Whatever. So I don't notice it. I don't notice it. I gained a little bit of weight and was like, oh, I gained weight. I gained more weight. I didn't notice. Then I'd see a picture of me. Whoa, I was really skinny from like a year ago. And then I'd see a picture from the year before that. And I was like, whoa, I was so skinny. But even pictures of me last year, my sister was like, yo, you look anorexic. And I'm like, that's crazy because a girl loves to eat. I've never been anorexic, but I did have a hard time accessing food for a long time. In many of the situations I've been in, simply not having a car and not having my own money, as in previous relationship, paid for things. I would have like my own little bit of money, spending money because it was just from like doing tarot or whatever, or like my subscribers and stuff like that. I had a little bit of money, but not much. And he paid for things, so he paid for food. So I was like, okay, but I didn't have a car, so I couldn't just like run to the store. I'd go get a snack at the gas station. So like, it was really like an accessibility to food. It was never a choice to not eat. I would know, fuck, I'm hungry. I would eat fucking anything right now, you know. But then I'd also have to ration, and I'd be like, fuck, I don't know when I'm gonna have. I don't know when I'm gonna get more food. He's at work, and I don't want anything from the gas station. I had 5 Slim Jims this week. Like, I'm good. I have to savor this. I have to eat this again in 2 hours. You know. So, never was anorexic. But people are like, "Oh, you look anorexic. There, you look." You know, and I've gotten compliments like, "You look better now than you ever have. You look healthy." Da 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 da. And I don't really need to go on about this, but again, I feel like it's not prevalent on Twitch, but if you are anywhere on the internet, you've seen Wicked, right? Like, I'm not going to see that movie. I've never liked Ariana Grande. Sorry, don't care. I very much sympathize with her for a moment in time, and then I was like, no, I don't like her. I don't like her. And I have my reasons. And we don't need to get into that because I'm not here to be a hater, even though we don't need to get into why I don't like her, but I don't like her, so I didn't want to see the movie anyway. But you end up seeing all this stuff about Wicked, and the only thing people are really talking about is how skinny she is, and how skinny the whole cast is, and it's really creepy and it's scary, and it's like, what did those people go through? What are they still going through? What is going on? And again, they're trying to bring back heroin chic, and they're trying to bring back EDs, and they're trying to force anorexia, and they're probably on drugs, because not only are they super skinny, they are acting fucking weird. Yeah, Cult of Wicked. They are acting fucking weird. And I do not care what anyone says. I do not care what their excuses are. They are acting fucking weird. They're acting weird. You could not convince me otherwise. I wouldn't want you to even try. Because no. They're acting fucking weird. I'm not about it. And I definitely won't be seeing that movie. Already didn't want to, now I really won't. And a friend of mine was like, oh, you should take your nieces to go see Wicked. And I said, nope, I'm not showing them Anorexia Fest. If they see it, they see it. I'm not going to be the one to show them. Where people are talking about their dresses are hanging off their bodies. They're literally showing off the fact that they're skinny and lost weight. Why did you not tailor that to her figure? You want her to look emaciated? Whatever the word is, you know what I'm saying. They want them to look that way. Putting glitter on their bones is crazy. And like everybody's clavicle sticks out, right? I don't know. You can feel mine, but I don't think it really protrudes. It's like the divot here, but this end, it's just flat. It's not, so weird. And shoulder bones, that was my giveaway of people saying you look anorexic. That's the one thing you could see my shoulder bones before. Like I said, even a year ago, you could see my shoulder bones. It made me look way skinnier than I actually was. So if you're looking even at a picture of me, that's the first thing you see. You see shoulder bones. You're like, whew, that's a sign of anorexia, right? So why are these people putting fucking glitter on her shoulder bones like that? I saw the picture, the promo picture. It's fucking weird. Also, I realized that this light only blinks on yellow. But yellow just happens to be the best lighting on this ring light. Because it's the closest to like a natural glow that I have. Because the regular light settings are just like too white, too bright. I like the way this one looks, but I have used it a few times on different settings, and it literally only flashes when it's on yellow. So I don't know if it's like the yellow bulb is dying. I really don't know how it works, but whatever. So anyway, with all that going on, I thought I would discuss my weight. I thought I would discuss weight gain and body dysmorphia and even body positivity, because it feels like it's going out the window. Because aside from Wicked, and I should say before Wicked, everyone was getting on Ozempic and losing a bunch of weight. And people who were always so proud to be big girls ended up becoming the girls they used to talk shit about. Not pointing fingers at Meghan Trainor. Why would I do that? But in a world where skinny is in and the people are starving, I think it's important to be large and in charge. So, yeah. I work out. I did take like a week off, incidentally, because I was just not home, or I'd have to get up, get ready, and go, or but I wasn't home for like half the week last week. Typically, I work out every day, but I hope that you stick to it. Oops. Okay. So, hope you stick to it. I don't know if we've talked about the Finch app, but y'all should get the Finch app. I have the Finch app, and I have okay, we'll see you in a minute. I have different things listed on my Finch app. I have 55 things on my Finch app that I try to do every day. I usually do about 30. Did I do the math right? No, I do about 40 a day. 40 out of 55. And I want to have one day where I do everything on the list. But we'll see. But yeah, Finch app, super cute. I'll send you my friend code if you decide to get it. But I have this thing called a chirp wheel. It's like, I don't know, I didn't buy it, but now I use the fuck out of it. And you could probably find something, I don't know how much it is, because again, I didn't buy it, but I use the fuck out of it. It might seem like, why am I buying this piece of plastic? But I love it. It's like a circle wheel, and you lay on it and you roll back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So I try to do like 200 reps a day, and I usually will hold my weights. And my weights aren't super heavy, but I just started working out again, so I'm not trying to like overdo it, and I'm trying to do a lot with weights and slowly build up my muscle. And that's another thing about weight is I was kind of like, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight. And then I realized, like, okay, no, I don't care if I lose weight. I don't care. What I care about is my clothes not fitting. I do not want to replace my wardrobe, do not want to replace my wardrobe, do not want to replace my wardrobe. It's that simple. I don't want to replace all my clothes. I don't want to never be able to wear some of the things I have ever again. And trust me, I have parted ways with a few things, and it was hard, but I was like, you know what? I'm never going to be quite this small again. There are things that I can fit on that don't look right, or skirts that are suddenly way too short. I buy things from the thrift store that I think will fit me, and they don't. But, I always buy stuff for cheap at the thrift store because I'm like, well, I'll think of someone to give it to. And I was at my cousin's house when I tried on this fucking super cute houndstooth mini skirt that was a large. And I was like, ugh, it might fit. I could not even zip that bitch. It's not even like it was tight. I could not zip it. Okay. I am an extra large at minimum. So it is what it is. But my cousin is Slender Man, and even though she's gained weight, she's still Slender Man. So I was like, perfect, you take the skirt. And she wore it a couple days later. She had to get dressed up for something, and she's like, boom, skirt, it fits perfect. And that's why I continue to just buy whatever, because I'm like, I'll find someone. I'll find someone. I will find a purpose for this skirt, or this dress, or this whatever. But there are a few things that I'm like, okay, I gotta part with, and there are other things that I'm like, I'm very motivated to lose weight just so I can fit in that again, right? Especially like deceased people's clothing, like my relatives that have passed on. I'm like, damn, I want to be able to wear that fucking outfit again. I want to be able to wear that fucking skirt again. I want to be able to fit in the fucking clothes. But it's okay. I'm not really. That's the only reason that I care if I lose any weight. Otherwise, I don't care. I'd rather build muscle. I'd rather get a little tone. And the thing about building muscle and getting tone is that I won't lose weight. I won't. Muscle weighs more than fat. So I'm not going to lose any weight. I don't care. That's why I had to realize one day, like, I don't care if I lose weight. In fact, I would love to maintain this weight and maybe slim down a little bit, but also like I said, body positivity. I thought I looked good before. I think I look good now. I like having huge hips and thighs. It's kind of cool that I have massive. Like, I'm not mad. Do I got a gut? Yeah, I do, but it comes with the territory. Like, the fuck? I really don't care. I don't care. I do think I look good, as people have been telling me. But it really comes down to the clothes. And being strong. my number one focus for working out is to get stronger. I want to be able to be, again, I had a fucking 2-pack once. It wasn't a 6-pack, but I had the ab lines. So a 4-pack. I don't think 2. Maybe I just had. I don't know. I don't know. I was starting to get abs at one point in my life. I was strong, like very strong. Um, it was the only time in my life I had like defined arm muscles. I would love to get back to that. Would love to get back to that. And you know what I did? I worked. I do think I've talked about this to people before on here, but it was probably a long time ago. I worked in a pizza place. And you're thinking, well, if I worked at a pizza place, I'd gain so much weight. Well, I did pizza prep. I did all the prep. I'd get there at 7 a.m. and I would carry a 25-pound bag of flour over to my 30-pound mixing bowl, add 5 pounds of water. Right. This was 2016 for me. And then I'd pull out my 40-pound batch of dough and I'd cut it and roll it, right? So even when I wasn't doing heavy lifting, I was getting a lot of movement. I would pick up my 50-pound box of cheese and I would hand grate each block, right? Because again, even when I wasn't doing heavy lifting, I was doing a lot of moving. I would carry around my sauce cans and mix, moving. And I worked in the basement, so I had to go up a double staircase every time somebody needed me upstairs. If I had to go on a delivery, if I had to take counter, if I had to bring up prep, if I had to see what we needed. Yeah, I had abs working at a pizza place. So if you are like, I can't afford to get a gym membership and I need a job, that might be your best bet. Work in pizza. But you can't work at a place that has like frozen. I don't know. I've never worked. I didn't work at a corporate restaurant, but you can't have like frozen pizza dough and pre-made sauce and shit like that. Like you gotta and grated cheese. Like you gotta do that shit yourself to see the results. Yeah, lumberjack, great career choice. Yeah, I wish so bad that I could be a fireman. I think that would be so cool. They have like the best schedules of any job that you could ever think of. And everybody's like, oh my God, you're a hero. Take my panties. And they're like, they get to like hang out with their fucking bros all day. I'm just so jealous. I wish I was getting strong enough to become a fireman, but I wouldn't want to be the only girl in the boy squad. That shit would piss me the fuck off for sure. And I know there are female firefighters. Don't get me wrong. I know. And I respect the hell out of them because I know how strong you have to be a firefighter. And that shit is crazy. Crazy. Like, how strong. So you go, girl. But nah, I ain't one of them. I've been described as a militant feminist. So that I don't think that would work for me. But damn, am I jealous. And why do no other professions have that schedule? I wish I was a firefighter fighting all the fires. Yeah, so that'd be really, really cool. No. Some. It's kind of like any other profession where there's going to be people who are like that. But when you think like cops, right wing, Blue Lives Matter. Okay, and if you tell me you're a leftist cop, I'm not going to believe you. Democratic cop, sure, yeah, bet, because what's the difference? But a leftist, you're not. You're fucking not, or you would be abolishing your job. You'd be reallocating your funds. You wouldn't be doing this if you were truly a leftist. But firefighters are very people forward, typically non-political. You know, hearing like music coming from somewhere. There is actually a firefighter from Florida who's running for Congress on an anti-right wing platform. I don't really know how left he is. Bernard Taylor, I want to say his name is. He seems cool enough. He said some questionable stuff, but generally speaking, like better than some of these other dumbasses. Yeah. This winter has been so dry, and winter has not even started yet. Oh my god! Crazy. I've been so dry, and I haven't been drinking as much water as I do. I never drink as much water in the wintertime as I do in the summertime. Are you joking? I was drinking 96 ounces of water a day, and then someone was like, you're gonna end up just, it was my medical consultant, was like, you're gonna flush your body of nutrients if you drink too much water. You need to be sweating and pissing, I guess, and absorbing that water. And if you just drink to the point where you're not absorbing any of it and you don't need it, then you're just flushing your system. So I did cut back, and I was drinking like 80 ounces on average because it's hot and I am sweating and I'm working out and I'm doing all these things. But now it's winter, just about. And I'm drinking maybe 40 ounces, but I'm fucking dry every day. I had a coconut water today, and typically I drink my coconut waters when I'm hungover. We're having stomach issues, but today I just felt so dry and dehydrated that I drank my fucking coconut water that I was saving for my hangover. I might have to get another one. No big deal. I should just buy a case of the Vine Nut coconut waters because I love them, and they don't sell them at my gas station. And I have to get them when I can. So, but then I looked at the Farmer's Almanac, and they said it was going to be a mild and dry winter. Yeah, you got that right. Mild, I don't know, but dry, yeah. Everybody's been complaining about being dry. My lips are already chapped. It's crazy. So, anyway, that's why I was looking. I looked at my water and was like, yo, I gotta chug this. And I got my mushroom coffee. Yum. Yum, yum. But, yeah. Also, I posted so many X-Files memes today that in my Twitch post, I used the song David Duchovny, Why Won't You Love Me? And so I was singing it to myself when I was starting the stream, and that's why the title is Debriefing and Debugging. I guess this is is this considered a debrief? I don't know. We're definitely not debugging anything. In fact, we are bugging in, right? Which is I like that play on plugging in or bugging in. Tune in, turn on, bug out. Also funny. Okay. Yeah. So, debrief and debug me. David Duchovny, why won't you love me? Something's to breathe and debug me. David Duchovny. She sings like that a little bit, like it's a very 90s song, and she sounds very 90s in her singing. Super funny. I have this plate of snacks, and I don't want to tell you what's on the plate of snacks because I wasn't sure if maybe we would try to guess like we did back in the day. That shit was hilarious, and somebody thought I was eating crawfish, and then I came back on screen. They're like, "You're eating a wax bag," and that shit was so funny. We were like, "What about the crawfish, Jesus?" I don't know. We were so random. We were so random. But I saw on the internet that someone was like, I like to use chopsticks when I'm eating snacks because then I don't get anything on my fingers. And I was like, that's genius. I can't believe I've never done that. Because I usually just take the bag and go, you know, or obsessively wipe my fingers with a napkin and a paper towel or something. So I thought I would try this method. And I like it. It's going good. It's going very good. I also don't know the proper way to hold chopsticks. And am I wrong to think it's kind of like a pencil? You know, there's a proper way to hold a pencil, but you're gonna hold it how you hold it. It comes down to genetics and stuff. So like, I never want to hear somebody say, you're doing it wrong, because guess what? It's efficient. I can eat with them. Right? Just my opinion. Maybe that's disrespectful, but it's a fucking utensil at the end of the day. So, but I do know not to leave them upright in your food and always lay them down. That would be disrespectful. So, cool. Cool. Yeah. I really didn't take advantage of the fact that people were here chatting with me, because it definitely got kind of quiet. And I want to test this microphone. But I should have done it sooner, because whatever, but I went on a tangent or 5. This is a microphone, and it has a USB cable, but it is EA Sports brand, which means it's old, probably before headsets were normal for games. So I wanted to see if I could hook it up and it would actually work. But I don't know, no I don't know how to test it on my own. Cause I need someone to tell me if it works. If anybody's out there, please speak now. Cause I just need to know. If anyone, no pressure to my lovely lurkers. Anybody gonna help me with my mic? Let me know. I want to test it out. Like I said, I really took advantage of the fact that I had people chat, and I was like, let me go on a fucking soapbox and talk this out. What a waste of my time. I should have been testing the mic first thing as soon as y'all got here. Now everybody's gone. Anyone? Bueller? Okay. No, I get it. I'm the only one who said they were going to talk, right? The only one. So. Okay. Well, are you my anyone? Danny Phantom? Are you down? You know what? We should light an incense, actually. David the coffee, would you love me? Maybe I should light it after the commercial break, after the microphone situation. It could be. Okay, well then we're gonna do it. I'm gonna risk it all for you, Danny. Okay. Okay. Gotta unplug the anime light because I only have 2 USB ports. So I'm going to plug this in. Get that out of the way. Okay. Okay. Hello? 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 Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Sorry, that was probably bad. It's working on my end. Can you hear it? Let me unmute myself. Can you hear it? How does it sound? Hello? Can you hear it? How does it sound? That's so funny. Hello? I have a mic. You guys, I have a mic again. Can you hear it? How does it sound? That's so funny. Hello? I have a mic. You guys, I have a mic again. Can you hear it? Okay, so that's so funny. Hello? I don't know why it's like I'm repeating myself, I guess. That's why. Cool. So we're just gonna stream like this from now on. Does it sound good? Or does it sound stupid? Can I do ASMR? Do you think I could do ASMR? Then if I get too loud, I just back the mic up instead of screaming in your ears. What do we think, fam? Do we like the mic? Cool. This is an EA Sports brand microphone from probably the year 2005. The only trouble is I would not be able to use it probably during tarot readings. Well, maybe. It could be cool if I set it down on the table while I'm shuffling. You would really get some good sound effects from the shuffle or totally ear piercing sound effects. ASMR. I was thinking my snacking. I could do some ASMR snacking. I don't know if anybody would actually. Fuck, choking on my own spit. I don't know if anyone would really care if I did ASMR. We've made jokes about it before. I don't think we were joking necessarily, but we talked about me branching out to other channels. That's why I'm on Just Chatting right now, because usually when I stream, I just stay on tarot. And now I manually switch over to like whatever category I'm actually in. So yeah, this is awesome too, because I don't think I've ever had a guest on my Twitch stream. Correct me if I'm wrong. Other than me talking to dead people, I've never had a guest on my Twitch stream that I can remember. But say I did have one, I could like interview them and be like, yo, speak into the mic. Hello, how are you? That's great to hear. I am doing good. Thank you for asking. So, tell us about your new song. Wow, that's really so interesting. Thank you so much. Can't wait to hear it. Because I do interviews outside of, yeah, exactly. It'd kind of, yeah, be a podcast. I work with a podcast, and I've been hesitant to talk about it. It's convoluted though, because it's all over my Instagram. Pretty much all of my posts in the last year are podcast posts. And so I'm not hiding my Instagram from Twitch. So why am I hiding my podcast name from Twitch? It's not mine, but it's who I work with. But I've never like said, I'm always like, oh, my location and da da da. Okay, it's literally all over Instagram. Like your Instagram is attached to your Twitch profile. What difference does it make? But I go to a lot of comic conventions and other events to do coverage. Yeah. You follow me on Instagram? Do we know each other? Or you just follow me? I don't know who you are. Yeah, the hot sauce contest. That was legit one of the best interviews I've ever done. That was so cool. Um Wait, is my Danny 2 different accounts? Is this my Danny? Cuz your other account, or did you just like change your name? Yeah, it's you. That's my Danny. Thanks. I thought you left. Okay. Change the name. The hot sauce contest was one of the most fun interviews I've ever done. And I think Barry Bostwick was my most fun interview before that. Because he's just a fucking ham and a half. So that was kind of my highlight interview. But the hot sauce one was like incredible. Amazing. It was just so much fun. And I'm so glad I got to do it because I don't think me tasting hot sauce by myself would have made for as good of an interview as me and someone else comparing them. Um, and I do hope that he posts the whole thing because I would like to see the whole thing. It was hands down the most fun I've ever had interviewing anyone. And then they gave me some hot sauce and it was so nice. And I'm like, dude, delicious. I eat it all the time. And I always put way too much and it's always way too hot. And I'm always freaking the fuck out. But it's so good. I'm like an addict. So, anyways, I have to roll the ads in 6 minutes. So, I kind of feel like maybe we could just roll the ads now. Because it's quiet. I know. You're not a Spice Girl. It's okay. And if you were a Spice Girl, you'd be Baby Spice. Even though growing up, I was always Baby Spice. And I was Baby Spice for Halloween when I was in kindergarten. And I went to a Catholic preschool. So, very bold choice for me. Or maybe I was Baby Spice in first grade, but either way, I went to Catholic school. So, bold. That's how you know I'm a true fashion icon. Got sent home, the nuns. Yeah, but you're Baby Spice because you don't like spice. My sister was always Sporty Spice because she played sports. I played sports too, but I wasn't into it. But you do got the Sporty Spice swag going on where you're like, yeah, I'm going to be comfortable. Thank you very much. Can you hear that kind of stuff in the background? I love the microphone. Maybe I should get a little stand. Mic stand and be like, psh, psh. Imagine it sitting here like this. And I lean into the mic to say something like I'm at a conference and someone's asked me a question. And I go, yes. And the crowd freaks out. This microphone is giving me life. The cord is also extremely long. Extremely long. I don't know why. This is, I cannot imagine a scenario in which a mic cord for a fucking game would have to be this long. I mean, you'd be able to like be in the other room. And I don't know if you can tell like how long it actually is because it's tangled up. But this is not even half. Shamanic! I can't hold it up like how long it is. I can't physically do it. It's too long. Why? Anyway, how are you, buddy? Were you streaming? Love those emojis. It's EA Sports, though. I don't think it's Guitar Hero. But yeah, you could have a whole jam band with this microphone. Was Guitar Hero EA? Wait, okay, so is EA the gaming company? And I keep saying EA Sports because I'm thinking of the tagline EA Sports. It's in the game. But did EA make things that weren't sports? Is this a Guitar Hero mic? You're blowing my fucking mind right now. Or, I'm sorry, we didn't have Guitar Hero. We had Rock Band. Is this a Rock Band mic? I don't even know where this came from or how it was saved through all the moves in all the generations, but this mic hits the floor, folded in half at a high top. Crazy. Anyway, now I have 3 minutes. I'm going to roll the ads, okay? And perhaps when we come back, we'll do some tarot. What do you say? Oh my God. So this might actually be a Rock Band microphone. That would make sense because I don't know why else you would. That's what I was saying. Like, was it before headsets? Like, why would you ever need this while playing a game? Because you couldn't hold your controller. And I thought EA was only sports. So the fact they're not only sports makes more sense. This might be a Rock Band microphone. That is so funny. How cool. Yes, Tara? Okay. So let's roll the ads. We only have 2 minutes until the pre-rolls roll or whatever. So we're going to take a 3-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to do tarot. Excuse me. So get ready. When we get back, I'm going to light some incense. While I'm gone, I'm probably going to look up the whole EA microphone situation. But you could stretch, you can get some water, you can get a snack, you can light your incense, you could light a candle. That's so funny. I don't know why I assumed, again, it didn't make sense that this would be for sports games. They didn't make Rock Band. I'm going to find out. Maybe I'll even Google image search it. I don't know. Shake it out, put a song on, do a little dance. We'll be back in 3 minutes, folks. Can't wait to see ya. Join me for tarot in just 3 minutes. Sorry, I'm late. I was investigating about the microphone and I did learn a few things. And I also forgot to change the category on my stream. But just like we did back in the day, guess what snacks I'm eating? Snack number 1. Sorry if anyone's agoraphobic or whatever. Can you tell? Okay. That's snack number 1. Now, snack number 2. Do mukbangers chew with their mouth open? Because that just seems weird to me. Snack number 2, everyone. No guesses? Everybody left the stream. Okay. Well, I don't think anybody cares to guess what my snacks are. We used to have fun with it back in the day, okay? We did. Something just fell off the table. I think it was my USB plug, yeah. Okay, search for a category. Tarot. 1988. What? Okay. Hold on a second. Are any Twitch regulars on right now? By the way, let me come back. Okay, sorry. No guesses for my snacks? It's okay. I will also tell you what information I got on the microphone as well. But really quick, I went to go change the category to tarot. And the main one that has the picture. Oops, that's audience. I'm trying to do category. Tarot now has a tagline that says Tarot 1988. Publishers, Scorpion Software, Platforms, Family Computer Disk System. The fuck are y'all talking about? Is there literally a game called Tarot? I'm about to look that up. Tarot. Or did they just have to add 1988 Scorpion Software minus AI? Oh, this is not Google. Oh my gosh. I think it's literally like, okay, let's go to Google. I think it's a tarot reader. It's not even a game. It's literally like Tarot 1988 Scorpion Software minus AI. Yep. Fortune telling interactive software that predicts the player's fate with a virtual deck of tarot cards. That's hilarious. So, when did the category become about the game, though? It never was. Yeah, the second one was chips. You're right. Hey, by the way, nice to see you. I came just in time for some tarot. The occult magic. They are coming for my job, even if they did start before I was born. My mushroom coffee. It's all gone. I wanted to try mushroom coffee because the way people talk about it is crazy. And the brand
So convenient to have a microphone. The brand I bought is for sure like a cult. Like it's fucking weird. It is like a cult beyond me. I can't really get into it. It could never replace coffee for me. I like the taste of mushrooms. I don't mind that. I don't really need a bunch of caffeine. I don't mind that. But they're like, it's gonna make you feel so much better. It's gonna make you a better person. It's gonna make your brain more focused and blah 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 blah. It's expensive. It's so expensive. Are you serious? I literally did it for like a month straight and I was like, fuck this. But of course, medication. So I don't know if just nothing, you know? I like Insta coffee. Oh, I see what you're saying. That sounds good. I wouldn't hate that, especially if it's a flavorful tea. Um, I drink best for your gut. That's interesting. I don't put anything in my coffee though, typically. Sometimes I'll do a little flavor or a little bit of like alt milk, sometimes like creamer, and I use powders like collagen and um, creatine and stuff like that. Maca. So sometimes I do put stuff in it, but I don't put sugar and I don't put cream. And I've heard that the sugar and cream in the coffee is actually what messes with your stomach and your teeth and all that. But I don't know if it's true. So I just kind of took a guy's word for it. So I don't know. I like both. I have coffee in the morning and into the night sometimes. And then I like to finish the day with a cup of tea in bed. And I always leave my tea bag in the tea. I like it strong. And then I fill the cup again. I always use a tea bag at least twice. It's just like a rule of my own. I have to do it. I have to do it. True. So true. So anyway, let's get ready to rumble. Oh, the mic. So what I found out, I was looking it up. Some people were calling it a sports mic. And uh-huh. I'm not gonna lie. I ate candy growing up. Maybe not a lot to some standards. I drank pop since I was a kid because my parents never really kept pop in the house. My mom always had like diet, but we didn't obviously like diet as kids. Um, but my grandma had a cellar full of pop. I mean, she had a full cellar and there was a lot of pop, and she let us drink pop all day long after school with dinner. It didn't fucking matter to her. She was like, "Yeah, drink whatever you want." I'm grandma. I also started drinking coffee at a very young age. But I never had a cavity my whole life until the last time I went to the dentist. So it's not just eating candy and drinking pop and coffee, it's brushing your teeth. Period, sis. Brush your teeth, brush your teeth. Make sure that you brush your teeth. I would brush in the morning, brush at night. There were certain phases of my life where I was becoming a smoker before I smoked, and I would brush my teeth anywhere from 3 to 6 times a day. I flossed pretty regularly, like even before they made floss picks. Actually, I don't know when floss picks were invented, so before they were popular, anyways. Um, Used mouthwash. I did everything right. So I ate the fucking candy. I consumed a lot of sugar, but I did put sugar in my coffee when I was young, but I stopped putting sugar in my coffee by probably 7th grade. I was like, I don't need this anymore. Um, and I had stopped putting cream in it like I don't know, 4th or 5th grade. Just black with sugar. And then I was like, ugh, why am I adding sugar? This is stupid. I love coffee. So I never had a cavity until I didn't go to the dentist for a few years. Because that was another thing. I went to the dentist twice a year, every year for my whole life until I was 25. Pretty much. Don't think I went. Then I had a dentist appointment. COVID shut down. Didn't get to go. Didn't make an appointment since then. Finally got insurance, dental insurance. Finally went to the dentist. She's like, your teeth are not super fucked up, but they're a little fucked up. And now it's kind of a little bit of drama where she's trying to do a lot of work on my teeth. And I'm like, not super down. Seems a little weird. But okay. I honestly thought I had a dentist appointment this week. They never called me, so I guess I scheduled it for next week. Pity, because I was planning on it being this week. So back to the microphone. It's funny because my whole speech has changed since talking into the microphone. I love it though. Mouth noises. Gross. So I did see a lot of people refer to this as EA Sports microphone. So apparently it had multiple uses. Big thing is that they made karaoke games for the PS3 and 4. And this was supposed to be compatible with the PS3 and 4. Some would say Xbox. It was basically compatible with any console that had a USB, just like it's compatible with my laptop, which has a USB. But it was made for communication during games. Okay, because I did see one lady, there's a lot of these on eBay. They're going for like $20. I'm not about to sell mine. This shit is cool as fuck. There was one lady that said it was Rock Band compatible. So I wasn't sure if it was actually made for Rock Band, but she said Rock Band compatible. It was the mic that I have. So we probably have it because of Rock Band. But it is like a karaoke mic. Danny Phantom. I just got a great idea. Hear me out. We plug this mic into the laptop. We pull up a song with a lyric video on the laptop. We hook the laptop up to a Bluetooth speaker. Bam, we got karaoke. See those trees bending wind. I feel they have a lot more sense than me. You see, I try to resist a rubber band bouncing back to life. A rubber band bang the beat. We might even be able to cast the laptop onto a TV and skip the Bluetooth speaker and make it easier for people to read, where you're like controlling from the laptop, but it's on the big screen. People can read it better, and then the sound should go through the TV speakers, which maybe would be loud enough, although you might be able to get it louder with a Bluetooth speaker, depending on the speaker. You should. I've gone a couple times recently. When I say recent, I mean in the month of November. Recent. I went twice. I love karaoke. I don't remember the last time I went before that, but karaoke is so fun. So fun. Love doing a group number. Me and Danny did Goodbye Earl. She loves that song. I choose it as my karaoke song. I don't know if I've ever listened to it. I've only ever heard it at karaoke. I worked at a bar. We did karaoke like twice a week. And I always worked karaoke night. I was so down. I was like, yeah, we're karaoke night. Because some girls were like, I'm not fucking working karaoke night. I did karaoke every night that I worked karaoke. And this one girl that I had worked with at my first job ever came into the bar. And she's like, do karaoke with me. I'm like, yeah, you literally don't even have to ask. I'm going to do karaoke with you. Like, you're good. And she's like, we got to do Goodbye Earl. That's my karaoke song. That's the karaoke song. And I was like, I don't know that song. She's like, you'll be fine. So I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I had no idea what the song was about or who Earl was or what was going to happen. But it changed my life. And ever since that day in 2015, I have done Goodbye Earl at karaoke. 'Cause Earl had to die. I still don't know all the words. You would think that I would know all the words by now. I don't. I don't even really know the tune of the song that good. Or the timing, for that matter. Tune, maybe. I should be able to sing it. I've literally read the words and sang the song so many fucking times. I should definitely know it by now, but I don't. So, oops. Okay, I'm just gonna put the tarot category. Just gonna use the one we've always used, even though it's like technically a game now. Cool. David Duchovny, why won't you love me? David Duchovny. I should do that song at karaoke, but what are the odds that they would have that song at karaoke? I should see if I can at least find it on YouTube really quick, and then we'll get into the tarot. Okay? I just want to see something. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide, David Duchovny. Why don't you love me? Okay. Karaoke version. Let's just see. Is this it? Oh my God. They do have it. I am doing this at karaoke next time I go to karaoke. David Duchovny, why won't you love me? Why won't you love me? Why won't you love me? David Duchovny. Really good. I am definitely doing that song. It's my next karaoke song.
On December 14th.
I forgot to remute my computer, but I wanted you guys to, on your own time, or if you don't want to listen to me talk anymore, watch this video. It's so funny. It's so funny. I don't know how they pulled this off. It's really probably one of the best music videos in music video history. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it. Well, let's get into it, should I say, because we're not really getting back to anything. We weren't doing it in the first place. Dry winter. Okay. David Duchovny. I don't really know any of the words to that song, to be honest, except for that part. And then there's a line, and then she says, "Debrief and debug me." I think she literally says, "Why won't you hug me?" at one point, just because I think she's like looking for things that rhyme with Duchovny. Okay, put the incense. The incense are lit. I'm gonna get this out of the way. Okay. Put the lighter where I won't lose it. Guess what, you guys? I smoked half of a cigarette this morning. It wasn't even morning. It was like hours after I woke up. I thought, let me go have a cigarette. And I haven't smoked since. I haven't smoked in almost 12 hours. Almost 12 hours. And earlier, I was like, well, if you want to smoke the other half of your cigarette, you might as well go out, smoke it. And I thought, No, I'm good. It's cold. I don't think I care to do that. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? Like, wow. Truly, truly amazing. I might smoke it after the stream. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think I'll feel like it. It's cold out. It snowed. And if I'm not like craving it, I shouldn't do it. If I'm not craving it. Sometimes I get home and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to have my little halfie. Can't wait to smoke because typically I don't smoke when I'm not in the house. Unless I'm with people who are like, let's have a cigarette. And I'm like, yeah, I got cigarettes. No problem, dude. Right? I'll be really proud of myself if I don't smoke the other half of that cigarette. So, anyways, now that I'm thinking about it, of course I want to do it. But let's get into tarot mode. I've been talking for a solid 20 minutes since we got back, saying we were going to do tarot. I so need to update OBS. I'm sick of it. I get so sick of it so quickly. And I used to change my stream layout on Twitch Studio Beta all the time because it was so easy and straightforward and user friendly. And OBS is like takes way more effort, and they do have skins. But the only time I had a skin, it made my OBS crash and ruined my stream. So I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing skins anymore. Obviously, I can't handle them. So, all my people, are you with me? Where are you at? It was popcorn. Snack number 1, popcorn. Okay? So you're not in the front, in the back. It's actually elote flavored popcorn. String corn flavored popcorn. Really good. I like it. Nobody else likes it. Actually, made a bunch of people try it. They don't. They don't. They don't like it. I like it. And sour cream and onion chips, which never were my favorite, but when I have them, I'm like, these are pretty good. I was a barbecue girly, you know. I didn't know. I just was looking for snacks and was like, oh shit, I thought I finished this already. Did not. So that's the end of the bag on my plate. And I don't even know if I can finish it all. We'll see. Yeah, it is the same bag though. But Good Mythical Morning, they don't do food reviews, but in a way they do food reviews, and sometimes they have brackets. And it's usually like them doing the bracket. But sometimes I think that they have people vote on the brackets. I can't remember. I don't watch them anymore. I used to be like into it, but I just don't care. But one time they were picking the perfect snack, and Lay's sour cream and onion won. And I so heavily disagree with that decision. I was mind blown. Like, I get it's a bracket, so it's not like every snack up against each other, but that's so crazy to me. If I had to pick a snack off rip, thank you. I think I would say Flamin' Hot Cheetos are like the best snack. I don't eat them that much. I used to eat them all the time. But I don't know. Like snack? I don't know. Zapp's Voodoo are my favorite chips, so that's my preferred snack. But best snack, I think I'd go Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Just saying. I don't think sour cream and onion chips, especially Lay's, would ever fucking cross my mind. At all. Whatsoever. Anyways, let's do some tarot, and then I'm going to go to bed. Okay? So, what do we want to do? I have some decks out because I was using them for my personal readings earlier. But we don't have to use those. If anybody is like, oh, there's a certain type of reading that I want to do, there is a color on my mind, there is an interest in this genre, field, etc., please let me know what you think. And also, David Duchovny, why won't you love me? I'm just kidding. I don't want that motherfucker to love me. I don't think he's aged very well in any sense of the word. I'm not really sure who he is as a person. I love Fox Mulder. I don't love David Duchovny. I love Fox Mulder. So, anyways, I should have stretched on the break. Okay. So, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Oracle or tarot? General or specific? No one has any opinions on the tarot. Just got a notification. Chill acoustic nights. Streaming live. Oh, wow, there's more of you here than I thought. And you're all being very quiet. What deck should I be using? Anybody say something and I will figure out what deck to use from there. I just need like a word. I guess we can go, the word can be bless you. Like, what do y'all think? Because if we're talking bless you, I'm going mushrooms. This feels like a very bless you deck. I think the Cosmic Deck of Initiation would also fit bless you. So we'll go with that. And I think the Fairy Deck would kind of go with bless you, but it would also go with the Mushroom Deck because this is where I store my mushrooms, is with my Fairy Deck. Because when I'm at work, I like to pull out my crystals and my mushrooms and set them up for my readings. But working on glass table, so it just doesn't seem like a good idea to have a bunch of rocks on the glass table. So we're just gonna leave them in the bag. Thank you. I like the mushrooms too. So the mushrooms kind of feel like a closer, but my Cosmic Deck of Initiation is usually my closer. So maybe we'll start Cosmic, few cards, move to the fairies, few cards, move to the mushrooms, few cards. Okay? That is what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so now I have to put the microphone down. I have to put the microphone down in order to do the shuffling. But I'll pick it up. But I'll pick it up. But I'll pick it up when I'm done. Let me know if you can hear the shuffling in the microphone, by the way. think okay, I think I'm gonna stick with it. I do actually want to go to bed soon. Get in bed soon. I stay up until like 5 a.m. every day. I don't know why. I don't know why it started, but now it can't be stopped. So, I split the deck. So at the top, we'll take this one too. At the top of one deck, we have the law of free will. And at the top of the other deck, we have Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel is kind of like a blank card. And the law of free will is a mandala. The whole deck is mandalas if you have not seen this deck. So, what I will tell you is there's actually two cards here. Your guardian angels are fucking trying. They are trying to guide you. They are trying to protect you. They are trying to walk with you. They are trying to do right by you. However, you still have free will. So you are going to do whatever you want. You don't care what your guardian angels are trying to show you. You don't listen to what they're trying to tell you. And you certainly don't do what they advise you to do. You're just doing you. Now, is there anything wrong with that? I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. But do not come crying to your guides and your guardians and your angels saying, where have you been? Why aren't you here for me? What am I supposed to do? Girl, they're trying to tell you. That's it. They're trying to tell you. You're not listening. You are ignoring spirit. You are ignoring your intuition. You are ignoring everything in the pursuit of doing what you want. Okay. Right? Free will. You got free will. So over here, Universal Love was very slow to come out of the deck. And that's one of my favorite cards because the thing about Universal Love is that, yeah, it's universal. It's the love that you have for everything. It is, I love being able to sit back like this and do a fucking reading. The mic isn't necessarily practical, but it's fun. So, universal love is the love that encompasses everything. It's the love that you have for life itself and everything in life. It's not a love that you share with another person necessarily, but it is the love you share with all other people. And all those people include not just lovers and friends and family, but strangers and acquaintances and coworkers and people you don't know, people you've never met, people you hate. That's the true universal love is loving everything. Going outside and loving the trees, loving the squirrels, loving the snow, loving everything. See what I'm saying? Universal love is the love that you have for everyone and everything. Because it's very easy to love, but most of the love that we have is conditional. My conditions are that I love the people I know. I love the people that agree with me. I love the people who are good to me. Yeah, that's easy. That's conditional love. But universal love has no condition. I love you because you are. I love you because I am. I just love you. No strings attached. No requirements necessary. I just love you. With universal love was hiding foundation. So you are going to build on your foundation with love. You become so rooted in this love that you are cementing your foundation, building your home, creating your universe, creating your world. pasted love. The more you love it, love it, love it, love it, the more you live it, live it, live it, live it. So it's time to love everything and everyone. It's hard to love your enemies. I am not there yet. I have love for a lot of things. But my enemies are not one of them. And I do consider billionaires and politicians to be my enemy. So there's that. I have no love for them or for AI. So I have some work to do myself. I'm not getting up here to be on a soapbox or to preach to you. This reading is just as much for me as it is for everyone else. We have Libra. So this process of love and accepting true divine love into our lives is going to go on until next year, September, October. So almost a whole year of us building on and accepting this radical, radical love and creating the foundation in which we build our lives. That's great. And then we have universal wisdom. So I like to take these cards and concentrate. Okay. He who has the tools never hold the work. That's funny because I just said that I hate billionaires. They do have the tools, but they don't hold the work. It's exploitation. That's why I don't like them. So I say this on a billionaire's platform, but that's okay. What can you do? So that's really deep. The one who holds but the one who holds the tools never holds the work. Damn. I think y'all get it. I don't think I knew to explain it. Okay, we got a few more cards, but not too many. I don't use the fairy deck very often. When I do readings, I tell people I only recommend this deck if you are really into the Fae. Because I find that people who are incredibly into the Fae think these are the best readings they've ever gotten. I've gotten that feedback from when I say fairy deck, and people go, "Ooh, I love fairies." Yep, that's for you. And I give them the reading, and they go, "Oh my God, that was the best reading I ever had. Thank you so much. I loved it." Cool. People who are not super into the Fae, Danny is my witness. She was the first one whose cards I read with this. If you're not really into the Fae, the reading doesn't hit the same. It just doesn't. Granted, I don't know if I've done a reading for her since I got this deck, but either way. Bottom of the deck, we have Arval Parrot. Okay. And I'm splitting the deck. And we have the Fawn in reverse. So you are starting to learn from other people. If your trauma response was fawning, you're getting over that phase of your life. You're no longer being nice. You're no longer being small. You're getting better, getting wiser, and you have a clear influence in your life to help you with that process of standing up for yourself. We have the friends. Yeah, that's literally what I was just saying. You have an influence of someone in your life who doesn't fawn to people and doesn't play those kind of games and doesn't react negatively or poorly when faced with things like trauma. They say, huh, bet. And they do it up, whatever. We have the singer of initiation. So you may feel like you haven't fully let go of your fawn, whether that's the trauma response of fawning or if it's more you being timid and shy and young. You will. You're going to get rid of that mentality. You're going to change your process. It's going to be good. Then we have these two cards kind of like stacked on each other. We have Fairies of the Future and Tohiro of the Waters. And so this is like literally the Fairies of the Future is probably my favorite card. It's hard to see in this lighting, but it's my favorite card. And comparing that with the Waters, right? We're looking at going towards your future or reflecting on your past. Now, sometimes the present is a combination of looking towards your future and reflecting on your past. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're going to have a moment, and it's going to be your initiation moment where you think, this is how I want to be, this is how I want it to go, this is what I want to do, and this is what I did do, this is what I used to do, this is who I used to be. So you're going to have that moment where you either repeat the same patterns and stay the same way, or you step up and decide, yo, I'm going to do something different. We have Laced, Moon's Daughter. So, nighttime, very important, very intuitive, very quiet, right? That people sleep at night. So, if you are going to stay up, especially like at this hour, finding the moon, not a terrible idea. Maybe praying to her a little bit, showing some love, some worship, if you will. Get to it. Show her who you are. You are the moon's daughter, right? We all come from the sky above us, basically. Face down, we have ecstasis in reverse. Okay, so in a way, you're afraid of the transformation. You're hiding from like the moon. You're like hiding from yourself, hiding from your bloodline, hiding from your ancestors, very much in hiding, very much just not ready really to come out or do what you need to do or appreciate who you are, right? Like you're just not at that point yet. And that's okay. We have Flaff the Fluter, and he's kind of a lonely guy. He's kind of sitting in contemplation. So you'll have a lot to think about. You might not make the decision you were hoping you were going to make in the moment when it comes up that you need to make that decision of moving towards the future or reflecting on the past or even repeating the past. But you will sit back and you will learn and you will find your roots and you will become reconnected and you will remember who you are. And lastly, we have Eponia's wild laughter. Daughter, laughter. Daughter, laughter. I don't know. Wild, though. Doing something out of the ordinary. You need to, like, really step out of your comfort zone if you want things to get better, basically. And you have to be able to not just think outside the box, but think outside yourself. Okay? this is a lot. But we have Earth Star. A new adventure awaits. And I think that builds really beautifully on the initiation and stepping into who you're becoming and trying new things and doing things differently. We have Big Laughing Jim. Keep your head up. Okay, so stay positive, believe in yourself. Very cliche, but it's important that as you move through this initiation and you do the things that you're setting out to do or making the changes that you want to be made, you need to be confident in the action that you take. A broken heart wanders astray. So, if you're wondering why someone has lost interest or why someone um, has taken to talking to someone else or dating behind your back or whatever the case may be, just know that they are broken in a way and you may have hurt them in ways that you didn't realize. And they may not admit that to you, but you can know in your own heart that broken hearts lead astray. What did that say? A broken heart wanders astray. So somebody might be a little more upset or emotional than they're leading on. So we got King Trumpet Mushroom. Don't tamp down your emotions. Sometimes a good cry is necessary. So it's okay if you're feeling a little defeated by this other person whose heart may have wandered astray and you can't figure out why, da da da. You might even be like grieving your old self, going back to that initiation process and kind of being like, I'll never be the same again. I'm never going to be that person. It's never going to happen for me. And da 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 da. It's okay to cry. Your Liberty Cap. It's okay to cry. Oh, wait, this is the next one. Broaden your perspective through mindfulness. Okay, so get into meditation. I started journaling again. I actually don't know if we'll have time. We might have to do one more commercial break, and I do want to go after this reading. But if we have some time, I wanted to do some affirmations and gratitude with you all, even though it seems like everybody kind of left during the reading, which I found very interesting because I actually thought it was a banging reading. I thought it was a really good reading, but whatever. Um, Lion's Mane Mushroom. Embrace your inner lion. Care for your family and defend them when necessary. That is about stepping out of the fawn. So we're getting rid of the fawn and stepping into the lion. We have Lobster Mushroom. Don't be reluctant to change things for the better. That's exactly what we're talking about, where it may not feel comfortable to you at first to not be a people pleaser and not give in to what other people want and having that fawn response and being that fawn type of person. So it might not feel totally comfortable stepping into the power of the lion and demanding things and standing up for yourself, and not only yourself but your pack, your tribe, your pride. Um, as in lions, not like your pride, but you definitely need to realize that it is a change for the better. We have the my take. I don't know, maitake. Find peace in the balance of life. Okay, so we're talking about mindfulness. We're talking about peace. Um, you know, there are things that you can do for sure to make you feel more connected, but also just being at peace with what is without any effort, without the extra steps, without the work is true peace, is to just be at peace with what is and not try to change it and not try to better yourself in that sense. Where we still don't want to be afraid to make changes for the better, but even in the moments where you're not feeling good or putting in the work to making that change, we want to be at peace with whatever is at hand. We have Matsutake. Matsutake. Take some time for quiet contemplation. So I think that a lot of these probably have similar themes, but it does seem like we got mindfulness, peace, and quiet time. So this is all going to be very important. Again, I think meditation would be a really good choice for you right now, But if you're not quite into meditation, I used to be into meditation. I don't really meditate anymore. I would love to get back into it, but it's just not for me right now. It's a great way to spend quiet time. Something else I've been doing is ceiling time. I just stare at the ceiling for 15 minutes. Sometimes I'll play something, but I just do nothing and stare at the ceiling. And I think we have to be more comfortable doing nothing because we're so generally overstimulated and we have so much going on all the time. And there's screens everywhere and there's ads constantly and there's socializing 24/7 that we do need time to be bored and to do nothing, right? So, just saying. We have the maze gill. Remember the journey. Okay, so you are getting somewhere. That's like the whole point is you might feel like you're on a break or you can't keep up or whatever the case may be, but you are on a journey for a reason and you will get to where you need to go and where you are going. And lastly, we have mealy tooth fungus. Mealy tooth fungus. Let go of regret. So, no more thinking, why did I spend so much time being this way? Why did I let those people do what they did? Why did I react that way? Why didn't I stand up? No more. You're done. Forget. Forget regret. All life is yours to miss. No other road. No other way, no day but today. Okay, so I'm not gonna. I love rent. I feel like we've definitely had this conversation before. This is my journal. I've had it since 4th grade. So I'm not gonna write in that. This is the book I just read. I'm still getting through all the references. I realized this would be a good book to own because of how many references are in the index, I guess, where it's like, for more information on this topic, try this resource. And I'm like, that's so cool. And that would actually be super cool to have because there's 275 references. So I can't just like write them all down. You know, it would be not only painstaking, but where would I store it? It would just be like such a list. But this is my affirmations and gratitude journal. I think I was showing y'all these the other day, actually, on stream. So before we go, we have 4 minutes until I have to roll the ads. We're going to make a grateful list. Grateful for popcorn. Relics from my childhood won't fit, so we'll just put relics from 2000s. Good streams. Supportive friends. And I think LED lights will have to be my last one. Cool. So feel free to drop a grateful list if you got one. Okay, so now I have to pick an affirmation. I don't know if I'll be able to do it in 2 minutes. We might have to roll the ads, and I can do it while I'm rolling the ads. Okay, I'm trying to find where I left off. Here we go. Okay, let's see where I'm at in my affirmations journal. Not even close to halfway. Probably about a third or a quarter of the way through. Not even halfway. So I want my affirmations to be kind of like, I think, Twitch related, and I don't know if it's really a dream of mine to like make it on Twitch. I think that it's just a fun, fulfilling hobby at this point. But I think it would be cool if I was making money off Twitch again. And it's not necessarily a need to be famous, but again, to make money doing what I love would be dope. Which I have that written in here in a few different phrases. So I want this one to be Twitch specific. So maybe something like I have infinite subscribers, or I have more subscribers than I can count, or because I don't want to pick a number because I feel like that's limiting. Because I wouldn't want it to be too extreme of a number, but I also wouldn't want it to lowball myself when these are like affirmations, they're really kind of manifestations and not just affirmations. They're both. It's both. Yeah, I have 1 minute until I have to roll the ads. So I guess if no one has an opinion, I'll think of something. And we'll be right back. Okay, so I have never timed myself doing this before, but because I was rolling the ads, I knew 3 minutes had gone by, and I only got through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. More than half, but still, not even 10 times that I wrote this in 3 minutes. So it is interesting, and it definitely it takes effort to do this because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 lines on a page. So I pick a phrase and I write it 27 times. And it takes me 3 minutes to write it approximately 10 times. So it takes almost 10 minutes to write my affirmation manifestations. So, like I discussed, like right before the stream, I was trying to do something like Twitch related. And instead of being like, I don't want to say selfish, but instead of being selfish about it, I decided to just say, I appreciate all the subscribers I have. I appreciate all the subscribers I have. So that is what we landed with. I guess I don't know how good I can multitask and like actually talk while I'm writing. I feel like I was doing this earlier. I was singing while I was trying to type maybe. I don't think I was writing anything down earlier. Got through one. But I was like singing and trying to say something else. Maybe I was texting. I do text a lot. Subscribers. Yeah, it seems weird after writing it so many times because it's not a word that you see in text very often, or at least me anyway. I feel like we see subscribe even, but not necessarily like subscriber. So writing it repeatedly, I'm like, God, that's a weird word. Am I spelling that right? But sound it out. Seems to be right. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess I just can write. I guess because the sentence is written above the line that I'm writing, it's easier to multitask it. Whereas if I was trying to write something different on each line, that would be crazy. So part of the reason I decided to do this is, which I think I did talk about on stream the other night, is that I was told by one of my math teachers that when you do something 23 times, it is committed to memory. And that's why math teachers assign homework, is because they want you to use different formulas or equations at least 23 times so that you commit it to memory. So even if it seems tedious and you're like, God, why am I doing this again? I just did this last night. This was the last assignment. They're trying to commit it to memory. Now, I never looked this up because people didn't just Google everything when I was in high school, but I don't think. I mean, I didn't even have a smartphone, so it's not like I could just Google it at any given moment, even if people were actually Googling. But either way, we were still asking Jeeves for a long time. So I figured if I write these things over 23 times, i.e., 27 times, as we just discovered or discussed, then it will be committed to my memory and I will believe it, remember it, or it will be sunk into my brain. Right? Like, that's kind of why I decided to do this, is because I will either consciously or unconsciously have these things in my mind. So one of my friends saw me doing this. They came over and I was sitting on the porch doing my affirmations. And again, I didn't realize how long this takes me to do. So I thought maybe I would be done by the time they got there. And they're like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm just, affirmations or whatever." Appreciate. And he was like, "Yo, what are you in detention? Like, what are you doing?" And he thought it was very bizarre. And I thought it was very funny that he said detention because it is kind of a Bart Simpson moment. And I don't know if it works. I'm trying to be consistent with some of the many habits I have. Obviously, Finch helps, but it's not perfect. Like I said, there's usually about 15 things in a day that I don't do. So it is what it is. I don't get to everything. But they also say, they also say that it takes 21 days to form a habit. So my goal was to do this at least 21 days in a row so that it would become a habit. And I've been good at it lately. I feel like I've done it almost every day for the past week. Actually, Finch will tell me. I just found stats where I can actually look to see how often I hit a goal in the last 2 weeks, which of course I'm talking about 3 weeks, but that's okay. I'd like to see if I can even do it for 14 days straight. Yeah, so I appreciate all the subscribers I have. Cool. So then when I journal my emotions, I don't have to feel as bad, right? Because I still put my wants, desires, beliefs, my reprogramming kind of into my journal. And then I also talk about how I feel, right? It's a balance. So anyway, thanks for being here. I wanted to do that before bed, so I thought I would just do it with you. So I did. I hope you liked the reading. We had like 3 times as many people here when I started the reading, and they dwindled out while I was doing it. So I thought that was kind of funny. Maybe they don't like my EA microphone. I don't know. Maybe they don't like my tarot cards. I don't know. Maybe they don't like my Crown Royal bags. I don't know. I don't know. Punch, Drinker, why did you get here at the end? Or have you been lurking this whole time? What's up with that? Did you just get here or have you been lurking? I feel like you lurk a lot. And sometimes you're big chatter, but then that makes sense. It doesn't make sense because of who you are, but it just makes sense of the fairies if that is a take. I get it. I totally get it. I didn't think I'd ever be able to read those cards, but like I said, fairy lovers go crazy for those readings. Yeah. So, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for being here. I love you all so much. I don't know when I'll be streaming again. Maybe tomorrow. Probably not Friday. Maybe Saturday. Probably not Sunday. Maybe Monday. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Definitely could see that. So yeah, I am not on a regular schedule. It's Mulder. It's a you. Nice try. Thank you for being here. Thanks for chatting with me. Thanks for sticking out the reading that you didn't even enjoy. Thanks for everything. I got a lot to clean up. That's why I'm like, yo, I gotta go. And it shouldn't be super late because I started at a decent time. Yeah, it's not too bad. If I can get in bed in the next 20 minutes, I'll be in pretty good shape. So, cool. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for being with me. I was gonna have tea in bed, but I don't think I want it. I think I've had too much. I need to focus on water. I hopefully won't be awake long enough to drink any tea. You are not a fake fan. You're a real one for sure. Yeah. But anyway, I'm trying to stream consistently by streaming every week, but I don't have consistent days. It's very random. Some days I'm not home for days at a time, and some days I get home too late, and some days I don't get dressed. I usually have like one lazy day a week, Saturday or Sunday typically, just depending on what I got going on. So, whew, chilly. I'm ready to get in my cozy bed. So, no set times for a stream, but you will be seeing me, if not later this week, then next week. Thank you all for being here. Good night and good luck. Let me know what you think of the microphone, too. So, okay. Good night. Love you. Bye.